Hello, I'm attorney Jim Desmond. All I do is handle car wrecks and motorcycle accidents in Kentucky and Indiana. What I wanted to do today was go through some of the forms I use when I first meet with a client and I'm signing up their car wreck accident, because I want them to understand, and I want you all to understand, they're simple forms. They're not complicated. There's nothing to be intimidated about, when they come in the office and we go through them and we meet. So let's start with that. First form, client information. Real simple. Most attorneys will have something like this. I'm basically looking for an address, date of birth, and a social. Okay. The reason I have to bother you for your date of birth and your social is one of the other forms. I'm going to be using that to request your medical records. Obviously, we got to make sure we have the right person, that we're not requesting the wrong medical records. Many times down here, I'll make a lot of notes again as to what you've already done in treatment. Were you taken from the accident scene by an ambulance? Which emergency room you went to? What your complaints of pain are? Those are all things that help me down the road in requesting your medical records, as well as talking to insurance companies. Second forms tend to be very similar: an employment authorization and a medical authorization. Okay, let's start with the medical authorization. The idea is real simple. You went to the emergency room, HIPAA protects your information. I've got to show them that I've got authority to get your medical records. Okay, what I do with my clients is I have them sign it. I don't have them fill it out. And the reason I do that is so I can make different copies each time and not bother a client every time for a different doctor they go to. Employment authorization, same concept. We need to be able to get your wage information, what you've been paid in the past, to get your lost wage information and be able to submit that over to the no-fault carrier in Kentucky to try to get basically your lost wages paid. A couple little variations. Certain hospitals, this is a medical authorization for Norton Hospital. They won't honor the typical medical authorization, so sometimes you have to do that kind of thing and give them a special one. Other little notes. This is a Medicare proof of representation form. Medicare, it will not honor the typical form, so again, we've got to go a little bit to the extra and say, hey, this is what we're doing to show you that yes, we do represent our client. These are some of the forms we use to start with. The next video, I'm going to talk more specifically about the contract, because I think it's important, and I think it goes to all attorneys that you hire for a car wreck accident. For these forms, any other forms, car wrecks in general, if you got any questions, feel free to give me a call. It's attorney Jim Desmond at 502-609-7657. My website is attorneydesmond.com. Happy to talk to you. Happy to give you some information.